Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video you can read from the title we've got the Keychron K2 with red linear switches and the aluminum frame and the RGB backlighting. So pretty much the entire package. This costs about $90 on Amazon and about $90 on the Keychron website. So if you want to check those out, I'll include links down below like always. But we're just going to look at the keyboard and our straightforward and honest review that we always do, and so far I can say that this is not my favorite keyboard, and let's go over why. So when you open the box, the first thing you see is the keyboard, and it's surrounded by this pretty cool packaging. The Keychron K2, a sleek, compact, wireless mechanical keyboard, little plastic bag, nice touch, nice bonus. And then we get our manual on how to connect the Bluetooth, on how to change the layout and do all that. And then we also have a nice little quick start card that also explains how do you connect it, how do you make it work, how do you connect it to Bluetooth, things like that. And then of course we have our detachable USB-C cable, and it is on the side like this as an L shape because the USB-C port on this keyboard is on the side, on the left side. So if you connect it like that, then it can go up instead of out, and it is only on the left side, so a little bit of a downside. It does have Bluetooth features, so shouldn't be too big of a problem. So right now I have the Windows keys on the keyboard, but it does come with the command, the option, and the whatever this symbol is on a Mac. I have a MacBook, but I still don't know what that symbol is. And then of course we have these accent keys for the escape and the lighting button, which can go on the keyboard. So the escape goes here in the top left and the light button goes here on the top right, so you can change those out and switch their colors. You also get this metal wire keycap puller, pulls out 2 to 3 keycaps at a time, and it even has a convenient hole for your finger to loop through when you're pulling them, because you use a lot of force to pull out keycaps, and this makes sure you don't hurt yourself, which is great. Nice thing to think about actually. Onto the keyboard, as always we like to start with the back because no one cares about the back, you know? So at the back we have 2 rubber feet, we have 2 kickstands. They are slightly rubberized, but they'll still slip. They're not that great at it. So you get that angle, and as you can see from the side here, that the keyboard has no angle itself, and that the front is the same height as the back. Very tall on the back, very tall on the front. Honestly, you can't even tell which side is the back and which side is the front, which means there's a problem. Look at that. Which side is it? You don't even know. But you can see that there's a slight curve here, so you can tell this is the back, this is the front, and that's really my primary problem with this keyboard, because with long sessions of typing or gaming, either one, your wrist is gonna hurt, which is why we also have our little mini cushioned wrist rest here by Glorious PC Gaming. We have a mini one. This one's supposed to be for like your mouse or whatever, and we have a long one for the keyboard, but if you're just gaming you can like tack this on the WASD side and that's fine. So we'll link this small one and the bigger one down below, and we use both of those on a regular basis. They're great. They lasted me many years. But let's talk about the keyboard and the front this time. This is a 75% layout, which means it's a pretty special layout. If you look at a 10 keyless layout, that's about 80%. This is 75 because it's missing some of the keys. But it does have the arrow cluster down here. It's got the full function row up here. It's even got some of the navigational keys over here. And there's delete in an awkward spot. So really it's just missing like insert. It's even got some strange buttons at the top. I know what this one does. This one like changes the lights, but this one looks like a crop button. I've pressed that, no idea what it does because it didn't do anything. And then at the top, it's got all of its secondary functions. It's supposed to be completely compatible with Mac with the way the secondary functions are positioned. That's good. That's great. It has a small right shift key here so that the arrow cluster can fit. I've complained about this before, that whenever I go for the right shift, I'll always overstep my fingers and press that up button accidentally. The left side of the keyboard is completely the same. So if you're looking to replace the keycaps on this keyboard, and you probably should because they're ABS plastic and feel really flimsy, then you're gonna have to buy a layout that matches this. So you're gonna have these as 1 U keys and then a small shift, and that should be it. Really all of the changes that there are, but you just want to make sure that it fits your 75% keyboard. And then some of these keys aren't really changeable, like the light key and that weird crop button. Like that's not standard on other keycap sets, so you might not be able to find anything. If anything, you can use like a blank PBT keycap or something like that. These are, yeah, they're just flimsy. They don't feel too high quality. This is how thick they are. They like press in a little bit, but nothing too bad. They're all right. And then let's do a quick sound test of the stabilizers. And then switch test. So not too loud. There are Gateron red switches, so they're linears. They're really just Cherry MX red equivalents. No complaints about them. They're relatively quiet. Yeah, it's a really unique layout, and I like that Keychron does this with pretty much all of their mechanical keyboards. With the K1, they have the low profile, and that's uncommon. The K2, this one, they've got the 75%, that's uncommon. The K4, they've got the compact full size, which is pretty rare too. And then the K6 is 65. So I dig what they're doing with the unique layouts, and I like that they are offering different like options, like the white backlight, the RGB, all that, aluminum frame, hot swap, things like that. But I just don't understand why they keep using like this same frame, the size of this frame. Like the K4 has the same issue. It's too high and it's uncomfortable, and we bought the K6, it hasn't come in yet. I hope that it's not using the same frame, or else we'll have the same problem. How do I say this? Like it's a great keyboard, it's a great company. I like what they do. They work really hard on their designs. What I don't get is, like, a lot of people have complained about this, like the case angle and how it hurts their joints to type on or game on like long term, but they're still using the same design or the same case or whatever, and like I just don't get it. Maybe it's because I've never designed anything, or I'm not an engineer, and I don't understand like cost benefit analysis or whatever. I just expect something different. Like if people are complaining about the same problem on different models, like the new one, the K6, I hope like should be different. It should be fixing the complaints or the problems that people are having with older models. But they're a good company. I'm gonna stop ranting now. And okay, so good things, there's no ringing or pinging. This one does have the aluminum frame, so it doesn't have any flex. Perhaps if you get the ones without the aluminum frame, it might have some flex. So let's talk about the different options. There's 3 switch options on their website, and that is the reds, the blues, and the browns. And then there's different options for backlight and features. So you can get just white backlight with the plastic, RGB lighting with the plastic, and then the aluminum backplate plus the RGB lighting, and it'll range between $69 and $89 depending on what option you pick. So we have different options here. This one is for you to switch really easily between Windows and Mac. If you're using a Mac, you're just gonna slide it to the Mac side, switch out the keycaps, and you're good to go. If you're using the Windows, you do the same thing. Go to the Windows side, switch out the keycaps, and you're good to go. This next one is for whether you're doing Bluetooth or not, or cable. If you're plugging it in, you need to go to cable mode, which is slide all the way down, or yeah, down, and that will let you do cable. And that also charges the battery. If you want it off, you can slide all the way to the left, that's off, and then the middle is Bluetooth mode, and that will allow you to pair with up to 3 different devices on Bluetooth mode. At the end of the video, I'll be showing you a typing test on my phone, and then the typing test on the computer, and all the RGB lights that it comes with, and that's 15 different preset effects on the keyboard. Can't really edit it beyond that, but I'm sure that's enough for you to work with. There's plenty. So that's what we got here. And then if you want to connect, of course, there's the easy quick start guide to connect. Hey there, sorry for interrupting the review. Just wanted to say, if you're getting any value out of this video right now, press that thumbs up button. And we also have this keyboard as one of our top 10 mechanical keyboards under $100 in a playlist that we'll link down below and right here as well. Press that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more mechanical keyboard reviews that are straightforward and honest, and sometimes even rambly, so you can skip over some of that ramble if you want to and are not interested, because some of you aren't. Let's just jump back into the review. So quick summary, it is a great keyboard. It is a 75% layout. It's very unique. However, my main problem is that the angle of the front and the back are exactly the same, which means when you're typing, you either levitate like this, and when you're gaming, you're like in super wrist extension like that. So a good easy fix would be just to add that small wrist rest or that long one, whatever you choose, link down below if you're interested. And then you're resting a little bit higher, which decreases your wrist extension and places you closer to neutral, so that's good. Stabilizers are pretty decent. The reds aren't too noisy at all. There's no ringing or pinging. However, this is the aluminum version. If you're looking to change the keycaps, you have to make sure that you find a set that will fit your 75% layout. It's got the arrow cluster, but they feel the same as the rest, so it's pretty easy to accidentally push them. And of course, it's got Bluetooth, as do all the Keychron keyboards do. You can charge it, you can connect it to your phone. It's really easy. It's super easy to switch between Mac and Windows. No complaints there. There's really only one complaint about the keyboard, and that's the case. I hope they change it for the K6, but let's just hope, and then we'll see. Alright, that is it for the keyboard review. We went over all of the problems, all of the upsides, lighting effects, typing tests, sound stuff. Overall, very nice keyboard. It's up to you whether you want it or not. It's not a bad keyboard at all. It's very nice, lots of features. We're going to add a playlist over here about our top 10 mechanical keyboards under $100 if you're interested in that. And then down here we're going to link to a playlist on TKL Fridays, which is every Friday we review a mechanical keyboard that is 10 keyless in design. And subscribe here if you want to, and we'll see you in the next one.